Turn my headphones up. Turn them up. Turn my headphones up. Turn them up. Dave Chappelle was the geek, man.
I'm alright. The visual too? Huh? I'm alright. Yeah, you good.
All right, so we got Papa John's pizza.
You put pizza near me?
Yeah, 3D pizza. Express wings and pizza. Gino's pizza.
Giovanni's?
Yeah, Giovanni's.
Giovanni's.
That's the one you want me to call?
Yeah.
All right. Hello? How's it going? Can I get two medium pizzas? Delivery. What y'all want on them? You eat pork?
No, I eat pork.
All right, can I get one with cheese and one with? No matter. Can I get one with cheese and one pepperoni? Do y'all got any specials going on? Any deals going on? All right. What'd you say? What's the address?
10 Edgewood
10 Edgewood
Drive.
Drive.
Newcastle,
Newcastle.
Delaware.
10 Edgewood Drive, Newcastle, Delaware.
Boothurst Development.
Boothurst Development. Right around the corner from you guys. Yeah. 610 800 2450. Yes. I want to pay with my card. 4403 9317 6766 1789 1123. All right. Pinocchio's, man, they lunching, man. They lunching, not letting you be able to tip. That's in a way. The beer joint,
Off the card.
you ain't allowed to tip. I mean, you can't tip off your card.
You got cash.
When you buy this beer, only people that spend this kind of money got cards.
Yeah.
Like nobody on this level carries cash.
The way we used to do it was you would settle up at the end of the week. Like everybody would come in on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
But like I had my card all week. But bang, here's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
12, 15,
Right.
But you try to, that's how they kind of take the pull from. So I try to remember when I got cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, me and the one guy was talking. I said, man, look, y'all take a hit every day. Y'all take a $200 hit easily, man.
Oh, easy.
Easily. Like not being able to tip on them cards. You gotta figure who you.
So they go there though, right? You gotta go there and pick whatever you need up.
What, the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got they got.
They'll change it up though. They'll start.
I think it's something with the owners don't want to do the work. Like that's what it's about. It's something with the owners. They don't want to.
Keep it separate.
Yeah, they don't want to figure something out. Like it's dumb. It's
Sound like they rich than me.
yeah.
Oh, second generation.
That's what I'm saying.
The guy's my age, his grandfather started.
The
Don E.
Sure, want none of those, man. You want no light, no brown.
mean you still can move like
What's up
that.
with you, man?
Man, listen, I jogged today for the first time in like 8 months.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, so you hurting tomorrow?
Because I was trying to run to the car. I'm like, I gotta get back. I ain't
Relena.
I ain't realize it.
Yeah, you done that.
Then I got to the car. I just told him. I said, yo, my son. I said, yo, I was jogging for the first time today.
What's up, man?
For months.
What's going on?
What's
What's going on?
You came with for us. Okay.
I'm Mo.
What's in the bag?
What's your name?
Mo.
Yeah, it's my homie. dog.
Man, little stir fry I got one. There's no carbs to kick.
Oh, so you ain't eating none of this pizza?
Nah.
So with
Okay.
this dog.
Man, do it.
I'm gonna rub it.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that though.
Yeah,
Doing that.
They got a big event up to his feet, heavy hitters.
Yeah.
real John.
12, 13, 14 and above
Yeah.
Which? Oh, at every one of them?
at the brewery.
The brewery by
Aston.
Aston.
I got luggage with me.
You can bring kids up, they bring kids
Oh
up.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kid-friendly. Like,
Listen, they be having.
They
Listen.
have the kids playing pin the tail on a donkey.
Yeah. The what's the joint? The joint you throw, the sand you throw in the hole.
Yeah. So they turned into an event.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that cornhole, whatever it is.
Yeah, listen,
Oh,
when I go
kids
there,
be in there.
they got face painting. They be having balloons. They be having doing the joints. Yeah, they be having them joints, face painting. I don't know what they're gonna have today, but in the summertime they open the whole. They opening the back up again. So
I'm probably back to be open,
yeah, they'll open the back up with the live band. You want some more? You want some more, Mo? Are you good? You good? I don't know how we couldn't pull that deal off, man. AD, Anthony Davis.
Oh, you a Lakers fan?
Oh yeah, all the way. All the way, man.
Probably works out better for him.
Yeah.
Because he won't go there.
Right. So now you ain't gotta give away the whole house for him. Hey. I just ordered some pizza. So the door knock, that's what it is. I told him you paying for it and everything. I put it in your name. It's like, yeah, it's already paid for.
Welcome, live Saturday. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening, brother?
What's happening? Back again for another session. Sports Talk Live for the culture. Everybody talking about the Sixers. We gonna get into the Sixers. We got a full thing on the Sixers. Don't
Sixers,
worry about
huh?
Everybody 10, 9, 8, 7 Sixers. You know about that. Can't stop the flow. But we definitely gonna get into the Sixers, the NBA trade, everything is going on. Pinwood in the playoffs. We know that too, Mike. We're gonna get into that also. Gentlemen, how's it going?
It's going. Little brisk and cold, but
Yeah.
you know, it's
Winter's
what
back.
it is. Winter's back.
You know it's gonna hit you back. You know, winter's like I'm coming back. Don't y'all had some 50
Back
degree
like it
days.
never left.
You know, but we gonna do this thing here. So you know, definitely. NFL. Let's get into it. Super Bowl. A lot of people said super boring.
Yeah.
They said this is an NFL sleep tape. You know, you put this thing on and knock you out. And guess what creeped up?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
defense. The most hated
That we like.
thing-
Yes,
that we
Lord.
like. I know I like
the
it.
most hated, despised thing by the NFL. The last thing they wanted. They've taken years and years to take defense out the game, hitting out the game,
And you got it.
more points. And guess what happened when you walked into the Super Bowl 53? A defensive struggle.
Defense. I love it.
Three
They in a room
nothing.
somewhere now figuring out some new rules.
Yeah, for sure.
They may start blindfolding corners on third down. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that was the NFL's worst nightmare. For me, defensive guy, intensity. I like that. You know, definitely going from that. You know, seeing that happen. I just thought it was just a testament to Belichick, Flores, and Wade Wilson. I mean, those guys got 2 weeks to prepare, and they put out a game plan that was effective. I mean, I'm talking about people not getting into the red zone. I mean, it was like, you know,
Beautiful.
0 for 8.
I loved it.
Third down. It was like, you know, struggle. Like, it was like hard. Belichick, hoodie. Solidified is no question. Best coach in NFL history. Maybe best coach professionally, college or pro.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue. I mean, you pull out the
You know,
stats, and, you know,
as
longevity,
assistant,
and
yes.
every time it's time to win, you get wins.
Yeah, you know.
So I mean,
He's put together some legendary game plans.
I don't know too many guys on one or either offense or defensive side of the ball, and you find ways to keep coming up. You know,
And
with
shutting
these,
people down.
yeah, and with free agency.
It can't be a coincidence, man. And
Yeah.
we can't just continue the cheating narrative and
Nah, that's all past
Nah,
that.
it's done.
I mean, it's what can you say, man?
Yeah.
Easy schedule. I think Jonathan's sweating over
Ah.
it.
2 decades.
Yeah, hey, my thing was more
Killing me
of
right
it
now.
wasn't that you cheated. It was why did you have to do it? Because you had talent over there during the times that you did your cheating thing. You know, let's not get it twisted. You know, Seymour and Woolfolk and
we also remember how that came about from a disgruntled former employee who blew the whistle, right, with Mangini and the Jets.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things whereas like you tend to say that everybody's doing it, you just happen to get caught. You know what I mean? So everybody that was doing steroids in baseball was cheating. It was only the first, you know, once they made it illegal, but it was only the guys that got caught get labeled as cheaters, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, to me, that's the way I look at it.
Let me get on. The Super
and I'm right after you.
Let me get on the Super Bowl. This thing about this defense was played. I don't think defense was played. I seen so many opportunities from the Rams that they just couldn't complete. So many open plays, so many slots was open, so many slants, so many. He just wasn't converting. He just wasn't ready for the moment. Like he just.
You saw it was more on golf.
It was
Who
more
get
on
the
golf. He just wasn't ready for the moment. I don't think the D was that. You know,
I
that
can lean
pushing.
towards you with that.
Like they gave him the ball so many
Of course,
times.
I tend to disagree.
Like they kept the ball away from Kansas City. That was defense. That was running the ball, keeping the ball away from him. They gave Goff the ball all night. Goff just couldn't do.
Well, the Rams defense was shutting down Brady. I mean,
Now the Rams played defense. That's what I give you. If you tell me that the Rams is gonna go how many 3-and-outs they had? Like, I mean, they had an enormous amount of 3-and-outs. And then you hold Brady to 10 points. I mean, you got the 3 at the end. But you hold Brady to 10 points with all those 3-and-outs. That where defense was being played on the Rams side. I just think Goff wasn't ready for the moment more than Belichick's defense.
What about his coach? We'll get
Also, maybe. You know.
But I want to give Belichick. I'm going to give Flores, who's going to be the next head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to step up and be the coach of the Miami Dolphins.
What's up, homie?
And
Proud of you.
And give them credit. They took. If you look at what was going on with the Rams over the past few weeks, Goff has 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. If you look at the game against Dallas, he was 15 for 28. Really, they ran the ball. Really, they had been running the ball to protect him and get. And offense really ran around Gurley.
So that's why I disagree with Jonathan's take on Goff had a chance, because this was the same guy that we saw in all of the games. I mean, he was 15 for 20. That's not NFL high quarterback play. 15 for 28 is not high caliber quarterback play. Not when other guys are going 23 for 28.
But 15 for 20 has a lot to do with you grounding and pounding. You know, that's what that has to do. When you
15 for 28. That's
15
almost
20.
that's just barely over 50% when guys
right.
are completing 68 and 70.
Right.
You know what I mean, that's not high caliber
Well,
play to me.
Right. I'm
And
I'm
you
with
should be able to get wide open receivers off that pound play action. And
Oh
play
yeah,
action
all day
team.
long. 'Cause
And
you-
one thing you saw from the Patriots was pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, they. I
And
mean,
you saw, and anytime he had pressure around him, now don't get me wrong, he made some plays. You know, he made, even in the Saints game, he did make some plays.
Yeah, he
but-
made some plays in the Saints
but
game.
But the plays that were there to be had, like you said, he missed open guys. NFL guys don't just miss for no reason. They can stand in the spot and hit,
it's definitely
hit something all day
going
long.
on.
But
It's
that
definitely
pressure,
something going on. Yeah.
pressure
see,
makes you miss.
Once
Like-
you get that pressure behind you,
see, here's the thing, right? Is these big games, right? We like them, right? Because we on the outside. But the one thing that we have is, if I'm the owner, right? What makes it easy? Because we're in the $100 million days now, right?
Yeah.
So what makes it easy for a owner to sign off for you to make $100 million is what you do in games like this. Patrick Mahomes, when it's money time, it's not going to be a negotiation and, oh, what about this? And I don't think he's worth. They're going to say, oh, they're going to sign, and it's just going to be what it is. Right. Aaron Rodgers,
right?
They're going to sign, and it's just going to be just what it is. Because we've seen them do what they do. So it's easy to sign off on that. Golf, I'm like, 3 points. Did New England really put the D on him? Were they really the Ravens or the 2008? Did they really do it? Like,
you look
we
at
look
golf
for stuff,
and you say,
you know?
if McVay's not there, is he the guy we saw with Jeff Fisher?
If McVay's not there,
which you brought up a good point.
If McVay's not there, if Gurley is not healthy, like
right? Because when Gurley was healthy, he looked a whole lot
It was all
better.
different.
Yeah,
They moved Gurley all over the place.
we had Monair Lancaster behind the scenes. He just posted, without the run, he's a play action team. He just posted on there. We got him behind the scenes in here.
Yeah.
Chiming in.
I agree.
So if Gurley's not 100%, golf is just
So that's
just
the
regular.
dude's credit, and like you said, 100. By the time when his term comes up, it's going to be almost 175.
Oh, it's gonna be 175.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed the whole
The
175.
100 might be a bargain.
The whole 175 guaranteed. Yeah.
I think he's sure. I think he's a good quarterback, but
I do think he's a good quarterback. I think it just needs time. Like I think it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
too much.
yeah.
for him.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes too.
But as professionals, that's the one thing we don't have.
Nobody,
Also,
as
too-
watchers, as viewers, we don't,
also,
We don't
too,
have time.
we don't have time.
I think
Gurley's
McVay,
contract.
for all of McVay's boy genius, he got out-coached. I mean, he got to a spot.
definitely
where
got
he
out-coached.
exposed.
But
I'm not surprised.
But I'm
Look
not
who's on the
either.
other
I'm not
side.
either. And I think if he's as good as everybody thinks he is, he'll learn from it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You know, he'll learn from
got-
it. And he'll be better for
Yeah,
it.
you got 33 and 66. You got what they believe is the greatest the greatest up and coming coach
probably
against the
forgot.
greatest coach. You know, it's
I
like
agree.
you got 32 and
Right,
66.
right,
So
right.
I got 33 more years of this
Oh, yeah.
that I got over you. You know,
Yeah.
so you can be the Flash, you can put up the points, you can play defense, but I just know the small thing to do, and it's going to throw your whole operation over. You know,
Well, I had posted that Belichick shut down the Bill Walsh Niners back in the day. Now, if you're going to shut down the Bill Walsh, Joe Montana Niners, You can. McVay is like going
Yeah.
to elementary school. Like he's like, cats, even with the rules they took away from me, I still can shut you down.
Right.
I mean, like he's just the
And
ability
that's
for
saying
them to
something.
flip.
Bill Walsh Niners in the prime of Montana and Rice
he's
and
a-
Rathman and these guys. That's saying
They
something.
beat them 15-30. They beat them with 5 field goals in San Francisco.
In San Francisco.
Yeah, I go to like,
I won $10 on that
you
game.
want, listen, you want,
and that was a lot. That was
hey.
That was $60 then.
Yeah, I'm about
That's
to
like
say.
$75 back in '95.
Yeah. That's-
Back then, that $10 went a long way.
I mean,
mean,
10 would have got
that-
you a 40 and some other stuff.
That'd got
and
you
it
get
got
on
and
about-
a meal.
and get-
And a meal.
And it got you get on in about 6 wings.
I give you another thing, man. That kind of boosts Bill Belichick's legacy as a coach, as one of the greatest coaches. So we talk about the Bill Walsh 49ers, right? Mm-hmm. And what's the one thing that they always talk about with coaches, great successful coaches? It's their tree. Mm-hmm. So Bill Walsh, he had a lot of guys come off his tree that had some success in the league. Mike Holmgren, was his
Oh, the list is long.
Those guys,
The list is real long
You
now.
can not
Denver
Andy
coach.
Reid as an off of that tree.
Denver Super Bowl coach Shanahan,
right?
yeah.
Everybody
Ray
that
Rhodes had
came
a little
directly
success.
off of Bill Belichick's tree, they haven't had that New England Patriots success or even close to it.
Nah.
They've been like the quarterbacks.
And
you know?
it doesn't
They
mean
haven't had any
and
of
it
that
doesn't mean
success.
anything. That's just as similar as a great player being a head coach. It doesn't mean
Right.
that they're going to,
It doesn't
translate
but my point in that is when you start talking about the game plan, like I hope Flores is a great coach, going forward. You know what I mean? I always root for, black head coaches, not to be that way, but I want them to succeed, right?
Right.
But
Because it's hard for them.
these guys,
the stick
all
is
of
shorter.
It's hard.
all of these guys, Charlie Weiss, Romeo Crennel, these guys that left Bill Belichick and the Patriots, they haven't been able to adopt that Patriots way to those places where they went. Unlike whereas the West Coast Bill Walsh guys, they were able to successfully adopt. Actually, I think mostly all of those guys got Super Bowls except for Andy Reid, who's been to one and been to a whole bunch of NFC championship games. So, I mean,
I'm looking at it like this.
I'm wondering who's really making those game plans.
Well, let's put this out there. All right, so you got these guys that come from this tree, right?
Right.
But you want them to go start this whole
Right.
function
Right.
of the Patriot way.
Right.
So, but what you have is
Need a
now you got to
quarterback.
have these guys buying in.
True.
Like, you know how long? See, when you go to Belichick now, you don't have a choice.
Right. You already
There's
know
no
what's
choice to
going on.
buy in and see. You see what happened.
Right.
Like these guys that's going to these new places, they're going to use that to say, Belichick, I did this, I was the coach. But we look at who was running whatever they was running. You wasn't running anything. You was a nice part of what it was, but you're not running anything.
You're right.
And case in point, Chip Kelly, right? He came in trying to run things as a new guy. Some bought in, some didn't.
Yeah, most
Where did it get him? Right. So where did it
Most
get him?
didn't.
So that
Grown man.
right. So that's what it is. Like it's like when you come here, listen, you got to buy into whatever these guys are doing, and you know what we dealing with now at this age with these
Right.
players.
And
It's
think-
hard.
I think if you watch the was it the Bill Belichick or the Bill Parcells Football Life, you saw where Bill Belichick actually had to win over Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
If you remember, Bill Parcells let Lawrence Taylor know that, hey, this is the guy that's been coming up with these schemes that's been putting you in these positions. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's been coming up with these defensive game plans. So where Lawrence Taylor is like, oh, okay, say no more. This guy, he's going to get the respect that he deserves.
Because they thought he was a nerd. He's
Right,
an icon
right,
major, like whatever.
right.
Yeah.
But once he found
Right.
out that this was the guy behind those
brain.
game plans, it was like, oh, okay, say no more. Because now he saw his work and he was proving what he can do. So I think like a guy like Flores, if he goes into Miami and he starts dialing up these defensive masterful game plans like
Right.
he's getting credit for doing in the Super Bowl, then I think those guys will start to buy in. I think when you don't, like McDaniels, when he went to Denver and you brought in you tried to change the system. Now you fighting with Brandon Marshall. You haven't accomplished anything. Here's a Pro Bowl guy.
Right,
You fighting
right,
with him.
right.
You haven't really done anything.
And then that's when the locker room tends to like jump off you. You come in the door as if you're Bill Belichick, but you're not. Just because you come from that tree, you're not him. You don't get the respect that he gets.
right.
So you have to kind of earn that with what you do, with the team. So
Yeah, I think that's the whole
interesting to
point.
see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because definitely, you look at Flores and a lot of the assistants that left Belichick had some success, but haven't had any prolonged success. And sometimes you need a second chance,
Right.
Because Belichick got a second chance.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, they had a great staff, and it may come down to getting the quarterback.
True.
And if you look at Nick Saban, if Nick Saban was able to get Drew Brees in Miami, he might not have went to Alabama.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and you're going to need the quarterback to play, and Tom Brady has done that. But I'm going to jump the other guy, Wade Wilson, man. I mean Wade Phillips, bum son. Heck, Brady's numbers are the least against his defenses. I thought they gave the Rams a chance. And he came up and they put together a defense on Sunday night in the Super Bowl.
Listen.
Wade got Josh McDaniels and they made a play at the end or whatever. I mean, the old heads had these young bulls. You know what I mean?
Listen.
In that Super Bowl.
And that's what I'm about to piggyback up on, right? You got an old head over there. Do you think he really gives a damn about Tom Brady?
Absolutely.
I don't give a damn. Like, what you did is
Or
what you
Belichick.
did.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
What you did is what you did. We can't take away none of your accomplishments, accolades. We can't take away none of that. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to just do what you want against me. And if I get a chance, I'm going to lay your ass out. And that's just it. That's what I like. That's what I think. Like, these guys, they're around for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They just care about you doing what you got to do.
Right.
And you just playing the position you need to play and be physical. That's it.
He's
That's all they
definitely-
care.
he's
Just be a
definitely
man
a
about what
defensive
you got to
mastermind.
do. You know? Yeah. All day long.
I
You
think
know?
I think when you look at that, it was funny watching that game. Like you say, no scoring. It's, you know, it's a hard fought defensive type game. But it was funny watching where on that drive, that touchdown drive for New England, they found one play, one route concept, and they ran it down the field like they were playing Madden. And they just kept running
do
the
it
same
again,
concept.
Right.
So you chose this, I'm going to that. You gonna take away this, I'm going to that. And they had it, and they just kept running it over and over and over, and it was nothing. I think the Rams might have should have took a time out there to, you know, change these, get them out of that, or you know, just do something different. But that's like old youth football where hey,
Oh, we
can't
gonna do
stop
it, though.
We
Yeah,
gonna
we
keep
gonna do it.
running.
We're not gonna change
Right.
it.
You ain't gonna stop.
You don't see that in pro football
Right.
anymore. They just want to, you know, they want to show that.
Yeah, you might be one of the last guys left it when it's like
Um,
10 degrees, 20 degrees outside. You got snot coming out your nose. You don't have a hat on. We wondering why, you know, you don't have like some warm gloves on and it's out there. That's that. He's one of the last ones left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Wade, man. He coached a hell of a game. You know, with like Mo said, eight straight punts from the Rams. You know, with 5 plays or less. Like, how can you punt the ball 8 straight times to Brady and hold him to what you held him to?
Oh,
you know, like your defense was playing. You know,
Right.
insane. You know, your defense was playing insane. You know, and I get a credit to Wade, like you said, he ain't fair Brady or whatever. You know, and the piggyback of what you were saying earlier about who's calling the plays on Patriots. Well, we see the plays never change. The strategies never change.
The formations change.
We know that the plays are being called by Belichick more than his cast. You know, his cast is just in place.
I think he puts together what they're going to do in a week,
Yeah,
and
he-
then Flores and them tries to execute it. I
Yeah.
think he has a big
Hope-
input in it.
That's it.
So
hopefully his cast
yeah,
can
his-
remember and they paying attention. You know, because that's what it's going to cause later down the line when they get their own cars.
Because I think Belichick is at the point now, like when you get 66, like you running the shop. All right, I got the overall thing. What we going to do? This is
Right.
the concept.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys attack it. You find a way.
Right.
Like when you said
Right.
when they were going against Kansas City, look, we're going to take this Ravens game plan and get that pressure up in the A gaps to get Mahomes off his spot
Right.
and moving. So but we're going to set up to design it, but then you're going to make the calls when we're blitzing, when we're not blitzing,
Right.
when we're going to fall back. Yeah, so I mean I think it goes a long way, but you know the Patriots going back, it's about having smart football players
Yeah.
that are
Versatile.
extremely versatile, and that's what they've always been.
You got to
about.
be athletic, man. You got to
And
be.
so they go in and they're able to change their game plan every week, and it's interesting because other people don't emulate that. Like
Right.
other people don't like, okay, we a cover 2 zone. Well, they throw 900 yards against that. Well, we'll just go run it and hopefully they have an off game. You know, they don't blitz, they don't change nothing up, they don't do anything. They say, all right, Brady, you've seen this and you eat this for lunch, but we're gonna sit in the same defense for 4 quarters.
Right.
That's what the Steelers
Also-
did against them.
Also,
For
the
years.
fact that
And
the fact that Belichick, it's no secret that he's going to take away like the two things that you do best.
Yeah.
So you
They
like, I
work
think,
more like Gurley and them run on.
I think that's where McVay is going to grow because,
Right.
especially going up against a guy like Belichick. Okay, this is what we're going to do. But if they take away these two guys from us, what are we going to do then?
Right.
And I think that's what I think he'll learn from that.
He's
But
going to get it right. He got something going on over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's
in
amazing
LA,
to
you
me
know
that
what I'm saying?
Belichick, that other teams, and maybe they do, and they just can't
just
scheme
can't
it up,
yeah.
right? But they don't do that same type of thing. We're gonna
trying.
But you
take
need
away this
you
way.
need the personnel too now. Like
And
they can't forget about that.
They had the two guys off Cleveland, on this team. Like they're able, what they do in the Patriots. I don't know if anybody does this. They scout the entire NFL in the offseason. They go and look at the entire rosters of the NFL and find players. Like they found Wes Walker in Miami. They find defensive tackles from Cleveland. They go find those players and they put them in their system,
Right.
and they flourish.
Yeah, but like you were saying about Wade Phillips earlier, Wade had a defense that he came up with on the fly. He never did that zone man. Yeah. He was in a zone coverage and made him man. Then he was in a man coverage and made him zone.
Yeah.
And they got an interception early. Brady didn't know what to expect from that, and it got the interception and
And the pressure, like the pressure,
yeah.
and because you got Brady already know killers was coming from it, like they
oh,
is
yeah,
coming.
yeah,
So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know, he ain't got all
Listen,
day.
Brady knows
Them
that,
sharks
that
is coming.
you know who the defensive coordinator is on the other side,
Killer whale.
and you know he don't give a damn. So when he get a chance to do what he does, he's going to get you, and that's just.
And I never seen that. Me watching the games every night, every set. I never seen like the zone go to man and then the man go to zone. Like that
Well-
was something totally different that I never witnessed that.
Right,
Like,
so-
instead of until Wade showed me in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now, credit to him because you know how people they've been around things and they've been in them so long they get stuck in their ways.
Right.
You didn't find this.
Right.
Like when you start switching stuff up and going into this and going into that, and you 70 years old.
Right.
That's credit to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because usually these guys aren't trying to change anything up. So
Yeah.
moving forward, right?
Big Wade.
and your
Look
players.
for LA, right? Look for LA to load up on offense.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, we talked earlier soon about Brady. If somebody tells you, "Oh yeah, the winning team scored 13," you're gonna be looking like
Yeah.
If
you're gonna look straight at the other side of the ball.
won
You're
by
not gonna
10.
worry about
and one by 10.
You're not
and,
looking.
and one team 8 straight punts.
yeah, so
let's
you're
not
not
forget
you're not
that.
gonna
Like,
look at one. You're gonna look at one
If
side
you-
of the ball. Like
if
why?
you-
What happened?
Yeah, if you give the Brady 8 straight,
That's what I'm saying.
8 straight times.
Credit
And
to
this is-
the defense.
This is
man.
the thing here. This was a stat I found rather disrespectful. Was that not one defensive player got a vote for MVP in that game?
Ain't that
not
something?
one.
Yeah.
It's an
Well,
offensive
they not-
league.
yeah. We
They
not-
they want offense,
Right.
And that's why I said
That's-
Edelman was going to be MVP,
Right.
They found one offensive player that had a game. They're like, "Oh, we're going to give
For
it
this
to
guy, now Edelman, he did have a game.
Yeah,
But for Gilmore not to get a vote,
yeah.
he had pass breakups.
I wasn't surprised.
Sidebar. So
And they held him to 3.
I wasn't surprised.
Sidebar. So Glenn want to know was that a hold with Gurley late in the run by the center, late in the game.
I wouldn't have called it, but sometimes that's the way it goes. I mean, they seemed like they were letting them play all game, and then they came up with that. I wouldn't let that go. I mean, it's touch and feel. You can see it could be called. I would have let it go, but
Yeah, I wouldn't have called it either.
yeah, I wouldn't have called it either. But you knew something was going to happen, and that's the game or whatever.
We got some shout outs real quick.
shout 'em out.
We got Therona Bush. Now we gotta look a little bit more deep into what she's talking about here. She's saying 76ers, yes, but she's a Boston fan too. You got some explaining. I'm gonna just leave that. I don't even
Take
know
the
how
bottle
they-
from her, man. Take the bottle.
Something. Listen, I'm hoping she got a bottle. If not, she gotta go get a test or something like. Then we got Theodore Woolridge, who I know very well. He's a Patriots fan, so we're not gonna stay too long on him. 'Cause we might have to investigate him.
You already happy. We ain't gonna.
You figure my son's sitting over there. Some say I did a bad job, but he's a Patriots fan.
He is too. Well, he tells his age. He's probably 20. That's all he knows.
17.
Yeah, so he's born into that. So that's all he knows. So
The
he gets a pass.
Brady, can he go to 45?
Looks like he can.
In this league, of course.
Yes, he can go to 45.
The only thing about it is like you can get at a certain age. I don't care how much you work out. I don't care how much you do this. You did one tweak of something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's
You
coming.
could be done.
Right. And that's the
And that's
thing.
just what it is.
If he doesn't get hurt, like we seen Peyton went from 100% to Super Bowl, him winning the Super Bowl pretty much like 65, maybe even 50%.
Couldn't throw
The
the ball
defense,
down the field.
the defense
Yeah.
won that Super Bowl. The defense won that whole season for him.
Yeah.
So long as he doesn't
He was
get
benched and came back.
yeah, as long as he doesn't get hurt, you know, I think he can go. Like as long as it's not a hurt, because it's gonna be hard for him to come back from an injury. Like all the greats is when they get old, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for him to
The
come
bounce
back.
back
from an
time.
injury.
Like you don't
Right.
bounce back.
If he would have suffered a major injury, it'd be over for him, I believe. But his mental,
Right.
his
Oh.
mental. So you know, social media is a big thing. So every week, Brady has something to say on social media after they won a game.
Oh, yeah.
and it was and you know, to the bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. You know, they counted me out the many men
Right,
in
right,
the first
right,
one.
right.
And then he comes with a one after the Super Bowl that says still here. Every one of them says still here after the fact, and this one said to be continued afterwards. So
Yeah, well,
I mean,
listen,
I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Patriots fan by no stretch of the imagination, but I like watching greatness. You know what I'm saying? And
You gotta get the respect where it's due. At the end of the night.
absolutely.
You have to. You have to.
And the fact that this guy he's 6 rings.
Oh yeah.
That NFL 100 commercial, he pulled off his 5 rings and was like, hold that. He's 6 rings in, 9 Super Bowls in, right?
17, 18 years in.
And he's still playing with a chip on his shoulder like he doesn't have one.
Well, we can get down to this. This is where you gotta give, like, we're gonna use a word, right? And it's great, right? Let's look at great guys in sports, okay? And we can go recent. Let's look at Kobe, right? Kobe Bryant. Now, you say you are in your 10th year, okay? And this can be Magic, this could be Bird, this could be any of them, right? At some point in time, when you know what greatness is about, it becomes not about the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, his wife is loaded, too.
Because you can step away from the game anytime you want to.
Right.
But if something, if you got $200 million in the bank, right?
And your wife.
And your wife,
900 million.
900.
Yeah, she got more than him.
Yeah.
Well, whoever we talking about, right? You have this thing about we never see you out of shape, Floyd Mayweather, right? But for some reason, you continuously got something to prove to everybody. That's what greatness is about. Because you can step away, right? And nobody won't say anything. Like Kobe could have retired when he retired at his 20th, right?
Yeah.
He could have retired in his 14th.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have said nothing.
Nah.
But for some reason, we looking at your body year in and year out, LeBron. And
Would mean something to him.
yeah, why can't we catch you out of shit? You care
I think it's
about
it's
being
the-
greatness,
it's the-
about being
exactly.
great.
Jerry That's exactly
yeah,
what it is.
you care about being
That's
great.
exactly what it is.
And that's Brady's right in there.
When
He's
we
right
talk,
in there.
when we talk about, like you say, Kobe and LeBron, there's been a whole lot of 6'9" guys that
Yeah.
can handle the ball, that can shoot, that can pass. But for some reason, Jeff Green, they never reached that potential, right? There's been a whole lot of 6'6" guys like Kobe that can, jump, shoot, handle, and they never reached that potential.
Never reached
and it's
it.
just like Brady. It's been a whole lot of guys that on combine stats, when they put you in the meat locker, 40 time, hand size, 225 pound bench press. It's a whole lot of guys that's better than Tom Brady. It's guys in the league right now. You look at the Patrick Mahomes. These guys, like Sunni likes to say, the arm talent. Yeah. It's a lot of guys that's more arm talented than Tom Brady.
Aaron
without
Rodgers.
a doubt, without a doubt.
But
Aaron
I
Rodgers
think
got more arm talent than Brady.
I think he uses that
Yeah.
as motivation
Of course,
to say, but watch this.
Yeah.
of course.
Aaron Rodgers is the best thrower of football you've ever seen. Watch this. You know what I mean? I think he uses that, man. And like you say, when it's not about the money for him, so he doesn't have to hold the team hostage or murder the
Hey,
salary cap.
Shout out
You
to
know
the
what I mean?
wives. That's what I gotta
you
say.
Get it, you can do that. And basically for him, this is what he does. Once he retires, is over. So why retire? If you can still do
Yeah,
it,
he got
you can
competitive
still
stamina.
play, and you're still winning, and it's still fun. Why give it up?
Listen, they said Kobe was shooting 2,000 a day,
Competitive stamina.
right? You
can't do
500,
it.
you 500 shots at each spot, right? at around the top of the key. Now you're not home, so shout out to the wife.
Yeah. You doing work. You gotta
Don't
put
work.
it in.
Gotta
Be
put it
great.
in. If you want to be great, let him be great.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta
And this,
do.
I mean,
Yeah.
yo, this guy, man.
Yeah, don't let him miss a game winner. He doubling that spot.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't let him miss the game winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a trait in all the
I can
best.
imagine you.
a
All of
sickness.
Us, all of us now,
Pretty
right?
much a sick greatness.
Yeah, sickness. We see Brady now, and we look right, and we're looking at it, and just imagine how last year was for him, knowing that he had the ball in his hands with a chance to win the game, and he fumbled the ball, and they lost the game.
Oh.
Right. So
That means he's coming back.
That had
There's
to
no
eat
retirement.
At him, right?
Oh.
That had to eat
All
at him
summer.
all summer long, and then to hear the media week after week after week or whatever saying how they're done. Oh, they're done. They're not the same.
They
can't
got no
get it done.
receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, I just appreciate this guy what he did, man.
Yeah.
I
You
still
have to.
think
You have
I
to.
still think the Tuck rule was bogus, but I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Oh.
The tuck rule.
We can go.
flag,
We can
yeah.
go on and on and on about certain things about him, but what we're not going to do is try to take away from his greatness. You know.
Nah, we're not gonna take away from that.
Yeah.
But you know,
Quick jump into
had a lot
Edelman.
of-
Edelman. I posed a question. Edelman, is he trying to go HOF, Hall of Fame, money player in the playoffs? I don't know if that gets you in the Hall, but he has the roids, so that's the way
Yeah, you
things
got
go.
a couple things happening over there.
Yeah, they definitely doing that. So so I don't know. So a lot of people commented, nah, he's not on. But as a clutch player, he's one of the best clutch receivers.
Yeah.
That you got on there. Yeah, definitely. I think. I mean, when money time's around, he definitely makes it happen.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing: we are now not me, but there's plenty, and there's people that are with me. We're prisoners of the moment, right? But we can't take anything away from him. We've seen what he's done, right?
Yeah.
Credible catches, slot receiver,
Super Bowl catch.
Super
Atlanta.
Bowl catch, playoffs catch. We can't deny any of that. But when you start talking this HOF, right? Now, this is where it gets tricky because I can start naming receivers, right? That when it was crunch time and it was stat time, they was going to give you something special. You know, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton, like the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
What was our guy from the Ravens? And Soon and Doug, you know. Who's the number 85?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
His name can't come to me, but we know, right? You can't even compare him and Edelman in terms of like receiver, right? And so when you start pulling these, when you start talking at HOF and you start looking at stats and you start looking at what people have done, I can't go over there and start talking to him about HOF just because I can find 10 receivers that I would take before him. It wouldn't even be close.
right. The numbers
Right,
won't
so
be
that's the problem it is for me. I can find stats and I can find longevity
Right.
way before this is going. And
But I was
help,
looking
and,
at it- I was-
and this era helps them. Let's be real.
I was looking
Can't
at it
touch
from,
him.
I was looking at it from
And that
the
helps.
Swan era. It was a different era when they only threw the ball like 9. They didn't throw the ball that much.
Right.
He made big plays. Lynn Swan
Right. Mm-hmm.
made big plays in Super Bowl catches, memorable Super Bowl MVP, and he didn't get in the Hall of Fame a lot of times. Everybody's looking at the numbers, and the guy said they came there and said, "Look, if we're going to come here and talk about numbers, then we don't need any humans in here. You just punch them in a computer and you say who's in the Hall of Fame and who's not.
Right.
Have you actually laid eyes on the game and seen them actually play and what their impact was?
Yeah, it's
for
a,
him and
yeah,
Stallworth.
it's a
So
big.
that's what-
It's a shout out to Rob Hodge, my homie from work.
Hey,
Homie
what's
from
up, Rob?
Fairground.
What's up, Rob?
Hey. what's up,
Bambino.
Rob?
But
Bam.
like you said, it's a big difference between me going down the field and we down 17, or me converting on a 3rd and 8. You know, in the 4th quarter and we down 3. You know,
Absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
it's a big difference.
Absolutely,
you know? It's
absolutely.
a
Because
big
they trying to take that away from him.
right. It's a big difference. You know, we up that much points. The corner might be out. That's guarding me. The number one corner may be out. You
Right.
know,
Mhm.
sitting. You know,
Personally, I don't think Edelman's Hall of Fame. Just if you were looking at his numbers and the fact that they just went to the Super Bowl without him last year.
Yeah.
He was out all year. Yeah, and they went to the Super Bowl without him. So I mean, I think whoever's in that position, whoever garners Tom Brady's trust, right, is going to be that guy. Like you say before, somebody put on here. I'm looking at it now. And it's Glenn said Deion Branch. Like Deion Branch was that guy.
And that was the point I was going to bring up. And I was going right, and I brought that up.
So it's like I don't think just because Edelman's been here on the team, you know, his stretch of his career has been through these Super Bowls, just puts him in the Hall of Fame because he's with Brady. I don't believe that. I believe you still have to have the numbers, you know, especially now in an era where
It's all passing.
right?
Can
so your
you-
numbers?
You can't touch it.
You know, like you say, when we talk about Lynn Swan, we know the era wasn't such.
You could lose your life
receivers.
out
Right.
Yeah.
So and they didn't throw the ball as much, and like you say, you can lose your life going out there trying to catch a ball. Right now,
Can you replace him?
so
That's my
Edelman's
thing.
not. That's the thing. Like you said, I believe he can be replaced.
Yeah,
and
and
the
that's-
fact that they went to the Super Bowl last year without him for
Without
the
him.
whole season is proof of he can be replaced. I
Absolutely.
wholeheartedly agree that he can be replaced.
Absolutely.
And so, for me, as of right now, I would not say he's a Hall of Fame wide
Right,
receiver,
right.
especially with some of the guys that aren't in.
Now,
That was the number one guy on that team.
right, exactly. Now, here's another thing I like to put out there. Now, like we said, the game is the game, okay? So we can't do anything about, you know, how they play the game today. But this Patriot team, let's be for real, right? They're not even close to being the Patriot team, let's say, that played in the early 2000s. Or, it's no
a defensive
comparison.
game, yeah.
It's no comparison.
Yeah.
So even if you take minus Brady, because all the players were different, minus Brady off this Patriot team, and you let them play this Patriot team right here, they just won the Super Bowl, and you let them play the Patriot team of the early 2000s, it might be 35-7. So, you know, like, that's the point that I come up with. Like, if you start playing against these defenses that
You talking
like
about
these
the
2000
Brewskis
Ravens and
Ty
these.
Law.
Oh yeah. You're
Those
not.
guys.
Yeah. So I take all that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? So great player. Would I like to have him on my team? Without a doubt. But you start talking at HOF like
Yeah, he's definitely a
that
guy you want
HOF.
on your team.
that HOF, man. That's you know.
That's the greatest of the great.
You want You want to look at the HOF. Who's ever in there? You say, oh yeah, I mean, ain't nothing to think about.
Great's not getting in. Steve Atwater still ain't in there, man.
But we already went into that. We can't pick
Steve
20.
Atwater's still hanging around,
We can't
man.
pick 20, though.
What's up?
So it's easy to say that, hey, this guy should be in, but when there's only a certain number of guys that get
Right,
in every
right,
year,
right.
which
Well, that's
guy
the
does
problem.
he get in over?
But that's
Right.
the problem.
So who does he get in over?
If Steve Atwater's is still sitting on the bench,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Like, to me, Steve Smith, Carolina Steve Smith, is a Hall of Famer
Right.
well over Julian Edelman. He doesn't have
it's
the
not
rings,
even close.
but careers, numbers,
Not even
and
close. It's not even.
but
close.
we
He's
know
Hall of
rings
Famer.
talk, you know.
They do for some people.
Yeah, a little sidebar. Keep the NFL thing up here. Does Eli get in before Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, he got 2 rings. He's played in
Does he get? We know the numbers.
But Eli's been playing like he's been around enough so many
Rings make
Minus the rings, I don't
They
think
do.
he should, but I guess you can't really minus the rings.
You can't minus the rings.
Like Sunni says, quarterbacks and coaches have records.
So
Pretty
do
much.
Eli get in before Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, he gets in.
He got 2
I don't
rings.
think he
Before?
should, but I wouldn't be
Who would you
surprised
take?
if he does.
Who would I take when it's time? I'm going the other way, but yeah, I'm not on.
When-
listen,
when-
on that
when
when
it's
that
his
when it's
time, I
panel
won't be
time, when it's
surprised.
panel time,
Yeah.
they're gonna say, "Oh, what did he do?"
And he played in New York.
These shiny things gonna pop up with all these diamonds.
And he played
in New York.
He
Right,
played
so
in
that's
New York.
gonna get him in.
East Coast.
Who you gonna pick between the two? That'll tell you.
So
the
we
real
know
story.
rings make that's where I'm getting at. We know rings, you know.
Who you gonna pick?
Motivate the
Who you gonna
conversation.
pick?
I'm going Phillip Rivers. He's
Then
4,000 every
that's the
year.
real story.
Yeah, he's 4,000 yards every year. You got to go with that.
Definitely. NFL season, Super Bowl season. We'll take a look back, get into the off season, and see what happens moving forward with the league. See if there'll be any rule changes moving forward.
Y'all guys need a break from the NFL.
Hey, so
anyway.
sidebar. Glenn said, "Will Flacco get in?"
No,
sir.
Flacco don't need it.
Who?
Big Joe.
Joe Flacco.
Tell,
Joe Flacco gets in if he's cleaning the Hall of Fame. Like if he's on that, like after hours,
Joe?
like at 12 o'clock.
Who said it?
The one that Glenn, the one that just
All right.
lost his job to the young
All
guy
right,
that
tell
can't throw.
Glenn he need to come have a session with us.
Yeah,
When you coming down, Glenn?
Yeah, Flacco's not getting in. Like,
Good player. I like him. Good player. You know.
yeah.
He just made the right decisions.
Nah,
You
I
know,
don't
left the
think he
big
just-
college, went to Delaware,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
drafted,
Yeah.
fell into a spot.
Got a
He
Super
wa-
Bowl ring.
He wasn't even going to be the starting quarterback.
He's a
as
Jersey
rookies.
guy too. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a black guy that was going to be the starting
Ohio
quarterback.
State boy that got
yeah,
sick, Smith.
He was supposed to be. Smith was supposed to be the starting quarterback. Something happened with Smith. He got injured. Yeah,
He
Troy
got
Smith.
strep throat or something.
Yeah, and then they put Flacco in, and Flacco ended up being
Well, they had a great defense.
game manager.
and
Yeah,
they
so
got
game
good.
manager.
One thing,
And so that's how Flacco got a spot.
One thing I'll say about Flacco though, I mean, he looks like he's done, but if he goes to somewhere and kind of as Kurt Warner did, has
It's over.
another 3 or 4 years and
It's
he can
over.
do something,
It's
I don't
over.
think I don't see it.
It's
You know what
over.
I'm saying? If he happens to do something like that,
Maybe.
maybe then. But
He got to get another chip.
yeah, he got to get another chip.
It's
He has-
over.
He has. To
I mean, he
be-
got another chip where he didn't put 5,000 up.
Yeah.
yeah,
And he
It's
rolling,
over.
he rolling right with 3 guys on him and throw a
It ain't
strike for 2
happening.
seconds up on the clock.
Because
I'm talking-
nowadays,
I'm talking miraculous.
4,500 shouldn't be a
talking like a
problem.
movie ending.
4,500 shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, you're not getting
for a
that.
Hall
You're
of
not
Fame
getting-
quarterback.
he's not getting that.
4,500 yards shouldn't be a
Flacco,
problem.
if you can remember, Flacco go to play was the check down to Ray Rice right across the middle. Like,
And a
that
lot-
was his
and-
move.
And like
He
you
just
said,
goes
a lot
outside
of-
too.
Yeah.
a lot of Flacco stuff, even when they won that Super Bowl, a lot of stuff was bold and going up getting contested
Oh
balls.
yeah, fighting for
Right?
it. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And even like after that, it was Steve Smith going up getting contested balls. And, you know, so I mean, he was a guy.
Blown
Sunni
coverage
said,
by Denver.
great arm
Long
talent.
coverage. I forget that.
Great
Great
arm talent,
defense.
like Sunni said.
Great defense. Ray was there for a bunch of
nah,
years.
Ed Reed.
Yeah, I don't think he gets in.
Nada.
I don't think he gets
You know what I mean? He couldn't even run up the middle. Nada in that joint by
Hey
himself.
man, he made $100 million. He's all right.
All right.
Yeah,
So we-
he's good.
He's jump off. He's well. Well, let's jump into the NBA. Everybody's been calling it.
Uh-oh.
NBA. The trades went through. The trade deadline.
Ah.
And everybody's been hyping as soon as we got on the air. Everybody want to talk about 10-9, 8-7 Sixers.
Yes, sir.
Let's jump into them. 76ers made a move.
Made a big move.
Made a move. Tobias Harris.
Love
They got one of the best fives.
Upgrade.
Stretch 4. Only him and Steve Kerr are shooting like 87% from the line, 40% from 3, 49% from the regular field goal, and averaging 20 points. It's just him and Steph Curry.
Well,
6'10".
Love the move.
you pointed out some great things. We love what you said, but at the end of the day, what we looking for, you know, got to come together,
Yeah.
got to
Gotta
win.
come together.
All
That's-
makes
that's-
all
that's-
makes
and that's
sense.
the biggest thing.
You know, he got look the statistics that you just put out there. We love them, right? They got to put it together. You know.
The one thing I like about him, if you watched the game last night, man, he let the game come to him.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't
Yeah.
try to force anything.
Yeah.
And just the fact that with his size and length, just watching them switch everything down the stretch was like, oh, that was love. Just
Yeah.
man, listen, man, I'm just so happy for this pick, man.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look. This is what they gave up. Think too much, but I don't think. I mean, I was
I
like,
don't think so.
You got to get the player. Why you got to get the player down? I mean,
So you give up 2-3 bench guys, you get back 2 bench guys and a starter, an all-star caliber starter.
yeah,
That's young,
yeah,
right?
26.
The draft picks for me, I'm never a draft pick potential guy.
Yeah,
Like I remember, if they would have took them draft picks out and put Markelle Fultz in that, nobody would have batted an eye
right now.
because he's a bust, right? So that draft pick that we had as the number 1 pick, it did nothing for us.
Yeah, we moved up to do that.
Right?
We could
So if
stay
you
up
can
at
get
3.
if you can get an accomplished player for
Oh, yeah.
the potential to draft an all-star or a future star, I'm taking the accomplished young player every
All
time.
day. All day.
Definitely. I mean, with the
'Cause you don't
work
know
you
what you're
put
about to
in,
get, you
the
know.
work you've put in means more than what you're going to be.
All day. See,
I-
everything's on potential. You
Yeah,
know,
so,
so
I mean,
if I got it right, if every year, right, if I have a player that I have a chance to get, that's an established player, and he's 23, 24, and I know he's proven, I almost trade my pick every year.
Absolutely.
So you want me to take a 24-year-old, right, and he's proven.
Yeah, he's
And
done
then
work in the league.
and I'm scared to give it up for a 17, 18, or 19-year-old person that that we have to wait on
You don't know.
for 3 years,
It's
and
over.
he's skinny,
Yeah.
he's not strong. Like, no.
not
You
gonna hang around
all right,
grown men.
And look, the book is open. Okay, what do you want to give me, or what do I need to get for? Yeah, oh yeah, take that.
It all depends on your draft, the draft pick. If you after 15, then you go and give it up. But if you under 15 and you got a chance of getting a Dwayne Wade, a LeBron, a Carmelo,
He's not there
a
anymore.
Zion,
They're not there.
You know what I mean?
disagree
If you
with
that
Zion,
low, if you
yeah.
can get a Zion, you know, if like New York, I would really like, you know, they got a chance of pulling Zion. So like,
Yeah.
so
So
if you
that
got
changes.
a chance of getting that type
Right.
of caliber player,
Right.
I hear you.
Right.
you know. But if it's 15 and above, I say trade.
But if you so you don't know if you got the number 1 pick until they actually have the lottery.
you
right?
don't know, but the
So-
percentages
so-
is high.
Right.
The
So,
percentages.
like they say, with this Anthony Davis thing, is going to come down to once the draft lottery is done and we know who's picking where, then we'll get a better idea of what's
Right.
going to happen, right? But even then, you still can draft a Markelle Fultz with that number 1 pick.
you can.
It's
My
not,
pick-
It's not many times
My
that Tim
pick,
Duncan
unless
is the first pick. Oh, you know
unless
what I'm
I can get Zion.
Yeah, I'm saying if you see
Unless
it,
I
we
can
didn't
get
see
Zion.
Markelle Fultz
I
as
agree.
being the greatest ever. You know, we
No,
never
I agree
seen
with
it.
you on Zion,
We
Wilson.
seen Zion since he was in the 8th grade. Like this
I
kid
agree.
is going to be
He-
something.
he-
He's dunking in the 8th grade. Like whoa,
but he still has to do it. He still has to have the maturity
Right,
to come
he-
in.
he
You
still
don't know
does
what
it.
it is. Be able to be a professional.
Right, he still does do it, but we've seen it in him
I mean-
and his and other player that he has playing with him. He has someone aside
RJ
him.
Barrett, yeah.
Barrett, yeah.
So-
like, I actually like Barrett a little better. I took some heat
I
for
do
it,
But
too.
you never know.
too.
But you never know what you
Because-
get till
right.
you get that kid 125 million.
You don't know.
Now, if you would have gave me 125 million at 18, I'd have been like, "Soon you going to the weight room?" Nah, man. I think I'm gonna go down to Club Egypt. I'm gonna hang down
So,
here.
I
I'm gonna go down to buy
And
the
you
bon-
getting the 40.
I'm gonna go buy the bonnets.
I spoke to
see what's
someone
going
the
on.
And
other
get a
day.
40 ounce.
I spoke
Be
to
like
someone the
Pac-Man.
other day, right?
But
I
what
had-
about the
man,
jumper? Man, I'll work on that jumper next week, man.
I had a conversation the other day about Kenny Anderson. I know you remember, and I know
Yeah.
you
Oh,
remember.
of course.
You
He's
may
the
not
weapon three.
remember.
Of
Kenny
course.
Anderson was LeBron James in high school.
Yeah.
He was the guy out of New York City. We all knew his name. There wasn't no social media.
Yeah.
There wasn't, but we all knew his name. We all knew who he was. He went to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
He put up big numbers, and he was supposed to be AI Russell Westbrook type
Yeah.
player coming out of college. And he was a good player.
Yeah.
A good pro, good solid pro, made a few all-star teams. He was a good player. But he was not what he was supposed to be, what they thought he would be in high school and college coming into the pros. And that's the only thing I'm saying. So if you got a chance to get a guy who you know
was
what he
spending
is
a lot of
in
money,
the
too.
pros versus what his potential is to be, I mean, I'm not taking. I mean, look,
Nah.
we're here in Philly.
I'm
I
the,
remember-
I'm the owner that would. I'm trying
It
to
all
see what you
depends
got
on
to
the
give
pick.
up because you can have
it
it.
all depends on the pick. Now, Anthony Davis, I will take that chance. You know,
yeah, if
but,
you know who's
but,
the number one consensus pick.
but
then
on
that's-
the-
yeah, that's
I
A
wouldn't-
lot of people have Fultz as the number one. I pop Fultz up and you have him up there on the screen.
Fultz.
And he and that's what the Sixers got for moving him. But a lot of people have Fultz at number one. Thought he was one of the best players coming out. They told Colangelo you didn't have to trade up to get him. You could have stayed at number 3. But no one understood that how he would handle being a number 1 pick in the draft, get that money, the limelight, going to a professional city like Philadelphia where the expectations are high, coming into a situation where we got championship aspirations, and you're that missing piece.
Yeah, we're counting
that was
on
too much for him.
Yeah,
Oh
Now
yeah.
him going to Orlando may help.
Oh yeah.
and I hope he turns out.
Yeah,
to
I hope
be
he does
something.
well, yeah.
You know, I don't want him to be out of the league after 4 years
Yeah.
or whatever. But
I don't even think it's about talent. I think it's some mental
Right.
things going on there, and I think that I don't know if it can be fixed. And I think the league is trying to do the best they can before they push him out. Because we don't know. Listen, with these young guys now, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. We don't know mentally. Like mental illness is real.
Yeah.
And I think this is
And
a
the
part
pressure,
of what it
right. The
And I think this is a part of what it is right here in
And
this case.
The thing with Markelle Fultz is, I think this is the best decision for everybody. Like you said, it's mentally, it's not about the talent. I think a new scenery, new fans, new friends,
And
new players.
not a stressful fan base.
Right, and
like
not-
Orlando's like,
yeah,
they don't care.
We down here vacationing.
And Orlando don't see
we
me
at
as,
Disney World. Fultz missed the game. Oh, okay.
and Orlando doesn't see me as the number 1 pick. You know, Orlando just sees me as a player that they got. Whereas though the Sixers and all the fans see me as the number 1
he
pick.
was number 1 overall pick.
I'm
The
supposed to
missing
produce,
piece.
but they don't. But what I'm saying is, Orlando doesn't see me
Well,
as
I
that.
agree with you. I
Orlando
agree with
just sees me as a new addition to their team.
And if he can
You know,
be what he was supposed to be, we'll
I
be
mean,
happy.
and
You know what I mean? In Orlando.
right. And even if he doesn't be all the way what the Sixers wanted him to be. Sixers wanted him to be this 25-point scorer. You know, if he able to average 16, maybe that's all Orlando was asking for. Like, Orlando doesn't seem as the
And he has time to develop.
Yeah, what
Right,
the Sixers
right,
call
right.
it? The process.
Yeah, the Sixers trying to win now.
Sixers called it as the process is over. We got Fultz.
Yeah,
Now
the process is over.
It's done. Now it's time to win. And Fultz couldn't fulfill that 2-guard position and
Right,
score
right.
that 25 points a
Right.
night. You know,
Personally, I don't begrudge the kid. I hope he continues to have a career. and
You want him
sign
to
a
do
few
well.
contracts.
You know, you want him
when
to
you
do
see
well.
guys when you see guys in the NBA or other sports like Joey Harrington or these other guys that come in the league and they sign these contracts and they make this money and they stink.
Yeah.
I hope he gets as much money as he can get before
Yeah.
he gets out of the league.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, man. I'm
They-
glad
you drafted
when
him.
I saw that the Sixers made the trade for Fultz, I didn't even care what it was that they got.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't think he would ever play here.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So the
right.
fact that they got anything and they got a first round pick back for that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So man, Elton Brand, GM of the year right now.
They called him E-Trade. Elton Brand.
I mean, you
E-Trade.
got to make some
Make
moves
trades.
if you want to win.
Yeah, it's look, man. Scary money don't make money. So
All day.
he's definitely going all in, and it's all about the East. LeBron's gone, and you have teams here saying, "Hey, we can represent the East, and anything can happen once you get into the finals. Anything can happen."
Yeah.
So we're trying to make a move, and the other team that made a move was the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks with my pick for the league MVP, the Greek Freak.
Still been at it since game one.
I mean,
he don't know how to pick all-star players. I'll tell you that. He picked a terrible team,
yeah,
man.
LeBron picked everybody as a free agent. That was not by choice. That wasn't by accident.
I mean,
The,
hey, business moves.
yeah, business moves. He talking to everybody's ear like, definitely. So they pick up the boy from the Pelicans, sharpshooter, exactly what they need.
Good move for them, man.
I
like
mean,
that
a
guy.
perfect fit. Morito, I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Mirotic.
Mirotic. They pick up Mirotic. Tremendous. Because you can't stop the freak from getting to the lane. He's going 29 and 17. He's in a couple threes.
Oh, yeah.
And then now you're passing and rotating. And that's another stretch that opens up the lane for him. He's going to the line. I mean, he's elevated his game. I mean, the Greek freak came back this year. He was working out with Kobe, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's elevated his game. He's MVP to me. I mean, the Bucks are 40 and 13. I don't know if it translates over into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams do well in the regular
No,
season.
it won't translate.
And then you get into the
But we can
7-game
enjoy
season. Yeah, and you go there. So definitely, they're making moves, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the East is kind of balling up. And then you look at the Toronto Raptors.
Signing Gasol.
They signed Gasol, and you know why they signed Gasol?
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid only gets 14 and 12 against him. Career.
I'll take it.
14 and 12 against him in his career. So
I'll
this
take
was
it.
definitely a move to match up with the Sixers.
Hey, it's veteran, man.
And he hits a lot of
He
threes.
can stretch the floor. He can
yeah,
pass the ball. He
yeah.
can do a lot, man.
Yeah,
He can play. He always
changed
been
his
a
game.
player.
He
Always
dropped,
been a player.
He dropped 40 pounds actually since he came in the league. Remember when he first came in the league, he was an enforcer. He was in the paint.
Yeah.
He wasn't a shooter. He couldn't even shoot 15 feet from the basket. You know, now he's shooting threes. You know, he's adapted to the league. You know, the way the league is being played right now.
That was the one move I didn't like. As a Sixers fan,
Yeah.
I saw that move and said, "Wow."
Yeah.
But you know, one thing about it, like you said, Joel Embiid averages against him. But I thought Valanciunas was kind of a tough guy.
Yeah.
Kind of bang with Embiid.
Right.
I don't think Gasol wants to actually bang with
Yeah.
Embiid. I think he'll outsmart him.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
He wants to
Embiid-
stretch him, yeah.
Right. He hasn't been playing that long, and his knowledge of the game isn't as in depth as Marc Gasol's. But the fact that those guys are worried about what the Sixers are doing is a plus to me.
Yeah.
That's a plus in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because the East is going to be loaded for these Final Four.
Oh, and I'm gonna love it. Every minute of it.
Definitely. The Celtics, they kept their hand. They didn't do anything. They'll probably make some moves.
You don't need to do
And
that. Not for this run,
For this run, they'll see what they're going to do this for these playoffs coming up. They putting their team together. They're starting to play better, starting to play well. Lakers got up at the buzzer, Rondo, but besides that, so it'll be interesting to see. But the other big story was the Lakers and Antonio Davis.
Falling
Anthony
short.
Davis. Well, kind of like everybody believes the Pelicans are just playing with the Lakers to sabotage their team, kind of get everybody being traded.
Is that what they think?
Indiana fans were chanting, LeBron's going to trade you, like when Laker players were going to the foul line or whatever.
You gotta love it, man.
And so it's interesting. We'll see what happens in the offseason, but the Lakers were seeming like they wanted everybody. Like the Pelicans were asking for everything. Like Jonathan said, they were even asking for the Magic for the cure. So they were asking everything from the Lakers, and it's interesting. Like you put all those players that we went out there, and it got to the point where the Lakers said, "Nah, you want like 6 players, 6 picks. This is not gonna happen." How do you think that's going to affect the Lakers moving forward?
I don't think it's going to affect the Lakers moving forward at all. Actually, the team gelled back together and got the win last night against Boston, other night against Boston.
Yeah.
And you seen them in Detroit 2 nights before, but that was before the trade deadline. They didn't. Nobody know where they was going to play it. They thought they were going to be playing in New Orleans, and then you see them after the trade deadline was over, they got together and beat Boston. Close game, nail biter. Shout out to Boston.
They play the Sixers tomorrow.
Yeah, so I don't think that it's going to be a problem, and I think people know, like the kids like today, they know it's, you can't wear that. It's business at the end of the night, and everybody knows that. You want your contract, you want this, you want that, so it's business, and I think it was the best move for the Lakers not to get him if he comes. I seen like the Paul George thing didn't work out. We thought Paul George was just going to come and we weren't going to have to give up nothing, and he ended up not coming. But I think a little different with Anthony Davis, with his agent and everything, and he's openly said he wants to play for LA, so I think that that'll be a little difference in that situation. So I think he'll come next year or closer to playoffs or whatever.
Do you think the Claw and him are coming to LA?
It's tough, It's a lot of people that want to come to LA. At one point, it was like we don't gotta go to LA no more.
Is Claw going to stay in Toronto? Where is it?
We don't know. We really don't know. Like he actually fell off the radar for coming to LA. Everybody's looking at Kyrie to come play with LA. So like it's like he fell off a little bit of where he was going. So but that's just him. He has a low demeanor. He's not a big outcast. He has a Spurs demeanor, to him. So he's not, someone that's gonna be in the press talking, you're not gonna catch him wearing a I love LA jersey or t-shirt or nothing. Like they're just playing around with the media. Like you're not gonna catch him doing that. So we don't know where he's gonna go at. I think only he
because
knows.
I thought he was really set on going to Los Angeles. Maybe the Clippers, maybe not just the Lakers. Maybe the Clippers are in play.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's talk, rumors. He's purchased a house out in the Los Angeles area. Things along those lines. Realty is important.
Yeah, I'm just happy that it changed again. Because at one point it was we don't gotta go to LA to sell. We don't gotta go to LA to get contracts and to get the media. Now it's like after 2 years, it's like now it dialed back to everybody wants to play in LA again. So
I mean, like Brown
feels good to me as a fan.
So you think they're gonna make a move to bring them back?
Yeah, I think they're gonna make a move. They're gonna make a move. They're gonna bring some people back.
They got to. I don't think that they are going to win this year with what they have, but they're going to. You're gonna be able to see when they go to the playoffs. They're gonna cause somebody some problems because they're athletic and they got youth, and then nobody can stop LeBron. We know that for a fact. Like, so once that happens, I don't know if it's going to be like a second round or third round exit, but it's going to be like, okay, we know what we need to really, really keep, and we know what we really need to bring in, and that's going to take us to where we need to be.
Yeah, I think they'd be foolish to give up a bunch of their young
You
players.
can't give up the youth,
especially
man.
when Anthony Davis will be a free agent soon. But I think if it was just picks, I'd give up picks. Heartbeat. To get Anthony Davis on his team with those young guys.
We know how you feel about the picks.
You got picks all day.
But I felt the same way when I seen. I said, man, they giving up the whole family though. Like the whole family is gone. Like everything that that you done picked and picked and picked.
I saw a meme where he wanted LeBron's son too.
Yeah, they want him, and they was willing to give him up. I'm telling you, they was willing to give up everything. But I'm glad it didn't work out for that reason though. Like,
Well, man, big men come to Los Angeles. That's the tradition.
Yeah.
You know, going all the way back to.
and another thing is, Anthony Davis realized that he can't be the number one. You know, when you realize that as a player, it's different. Like you realize you can't win as the main guy. Like you know, you pouring your heart out. You feel like a KG. You putting up 25 and 10
Right.
and 7, and you still can't get the W. You putting up 35.
They not gonna be even if the trade happened, they still not winning the chip.
No, they don't win this year. No,
Right.
No,
So
And not if they give up all them players.
Not-
to
no,
get
right,
them.
exactly.
They can
So-
add
so-
Anthony Davis to what they already have.
right. So this summer you might be able to keep a little something and
Right.
still bring him and get something else. Who knows?
I think Anthony Davis thinks he could probably get it done as the one. I just think that he knows in New Orleans they not going out to get no players, not the way that LA would, or
Right.
the way that New York would,
And there's-
or
and there-
Boston, or
And the LA and New York markets
those
had
type of teams.
extra income. That's
I would say that's safe
Because
to
I
say.
can see Drew Holiday once Anthony Davis leaves trying to force his way out of there as well.
because he's balling. He's balling.
Yeah.
Drew
He's
is
a good
balling.
ball player. He
Yeah.
don't want to spend his years, playing, for the 12th seed, finishing in 12th place in the West.
You giving it your all every night. Who does?
So, you want to play for a chance to win at least some point in your career. So
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if he either whenever his contract is up or if he has that type of clout, he can force his way out of there.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be the move to make. I mean, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So we'll see. Well, it's that time. March Madness is coming up. We'll get a little college
March
baseball.
Madness.
We didn't put the NFL season to rest for right now. Probably see you back at draft time. It was hitting up. But gentlemen, another good session. Sports Talk Live for the culture.
Always a great session.
Definitely. It's winter time, and when the weather breaks, we'll be out on the road at some venues.
Road
Definitely
trips.
trips.
Weather
Definitely.
breaking. Watch out.
Yeah, we're gonna be out here. Sports
Coming
Talk
to a
Live
place near you.
for the culture. Definitely. Peace. Check you out next week.
Talk
Sports
soon.
Live.
See ya.
We didn't really break golf down too much.
There's only so much you can say about golf.